Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Thank you for joining the stream today. We are about to kick this one off here. We got 2 intro songs coming for you, but if you're early, you're on time. But do me a favor, repost the stream, say what's up in the comments. We're going to kick this off real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man. The odds always been stacked against me. You know, it's never been nothing, though. There's been times where I felt like I didn't have nowhere to go, but I've always had a strong network, strong people around me, my friends, my family. They've always helped me do that. You know, there are times where I might have stayed on my homies, the Bogle's couch for weeks. My homie Casey, I got his door kicked in, selling out of his house. Shit, man. You know, I remember being on the bus, driving past those lots and seeing those luxury cars like, man, one day I'm going to afford those. And people looked at me like I was crazy. But I want to say thank you because my haters have given me just as much inspiration as my support. So I love all you all equally. You guys keep hustling hard. I'll see you at the top. Check it.
Pass me the scale, I need that shit weighing right. Connect, been on the road, driving all night. I remember being on the block under that porch slice, thinking I'll do whatever it takes to better my life. Being broke did something to my spirit. No matter what I got, they claimed they couldn't hear it. Look at me now, driving German engineering. I'm drunk, grab the tail, there's no way I should be steering. Damn, Graham, we used to grab them peas, hit the block, break it down and straight serve them fiends. All right, Mike, grab the steel, get on the bike. We was only 14, but we was about that life. All the stupid shit we did, I can't believe nobody died. It's D-Block, bitch, but the money long as the alphabet. Cross me and I'll cross you off this real, please do not forget. Them other cats is counterfeit, we don't have an ounce of it. Never learned how to quit, that's why I sold a lot of shit. Started off with some bricks, graduated to some keys. How do you think I learned business? I ain't got no degrees. See me in a suit, getting loose, but I was the blowing trees. The one, two, but I'll shoot. You won't put my fingers, don't freeze. We ain't gonna go harder than me. I get a pumping like an artery. The game is only for starters, G. On the bench where you should be a baller and a player, but you'll never see me hoop. But you know what I say, and if you ever see me shoot, no matter how you compute, the odds are in my favor. I can bring death, or I can be your savior. In St. Louis City, dog, it's like that if you stay here. If you ain't bigger than stay clear, cause no more brews do not adhere. 9 a.m. we drinking beer, 10 o'clock on the block. Hour later, social rockets back to the party spot. Start the cops smoking out a million hours. All I got, the city's top of the game at night. My PO is 5 years, not a day lower. Nigga, what? Hold that bitch, holler at me when she's sober. I'm a felon, that's what's up. You think I ain't got that lower from you wrong? Got the Glock, rock the head off your shoulders. Boom! Might throw it around and drop an album. You know, just listen to it. Just one now.
Just one, baby. But I got one more intro song queued up for you guys. We're going to get it up here in 2 seconds. But do me a favor, everybody, if you're here already, repost the stream. Say what's up in the comments. We're going to get into it. I'm about to fire up some poker. We're going to talk some crypto while I play some poker. But we got one more intro song. Let's post some charts.
Buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, yeah, the candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the dark. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, them candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the dark. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. It's trade talk, homie, market makers who need. We stay locked in, cause we steady making cheese. It's going up daily, they're making it a breeze. You just gotta click the button over. There's rules to this game. The pressure runs deep, been around so long. I can tell you my quick losing. Who's coming in spot? Two, you gotta know when to move. If you side like on a pump, that's another way you lose. Three, it's culture over everything. And something feels dope, it don't matter what nobody thinks. We buying every hit and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, yeah, the candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, leave your mark. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, them candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the dark. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. It's trade talk, homie, market makers who we need. We stay locked in, cause we said he's making cheese. If he's going up daily, then make it a breeze. Just gotta click the button, overthink it, makes you freeze. I'm laughing to the bank while I'm laughing at some memes. Came in with the gold, Billy was the dream. This was going to a Billy, it ain't ever losing steam. About to go full court, put my trust in the team. Run it up, staying up late, eyes glued in the screen. About to hit 100x, trading margin like a fiend. Long on red, short on green, real ones know just what I mean. Leave emotions out, bruh, profits over everything. Buying every gem and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, yeah, the candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the dark. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark. We buying every dip and we pumping up the chart. Click and let it rip, them candles, they be ours. We ride into the moon, yeah, we lighten up the dark. You gotta take a chance if you're gonna leave your mark.
Oh, let's go, baby. This one is for all my traders, my deacons, and my Web3 hustlers. I'll see you at the top of the charts. Let's run it up. Peace out, everybody. Let's run it up, baby. Here we go. Here we go. Welcome to the stream, guys. I'm about to fire up some poker. We're going to get this Omaha tournament going on the screen here that I just fired up a few minutes ago. But it's on CoinPoker, who powers this stream here. Ooh, I got a good hand here. I play a decent hand, I guess. 1 second here, guys. I had to pop on a raise for that one. We're moving to the screen here, guys. But welcome to the stream. This is Crypto and Poker, powered by CoinPoker. It's my decentralized poker room of choice. It's where you guys see me playing Omaha, Hold'em, tournaments, cash games, everything on this stream. I recommend it to people really for 3 reasons. The first one is they got 150% deposit bonus right now. So if you put $1,000 in your account, they're gonna credit $2,500. It's free money. Now you got to play through a little bit, right? But it's still free money. It's pretty huge in my opinion. Now the second reason I like it is they have a pretty awesome rake back system. So they're a decentralized casino and poker room. And what they do is, the casinos charge rake when you play poker. They take a portion out of every hand, a portion out of every buy-in if you're playing tournaments, and normally you don't get any of it back. It's just the cost to play poker. But with CoinPoker, sorry, I got distracted in the sand for a second. But with CoinPoker, what happens is they have their chip token, is their native token. You got to make sure you hold a little bit, and what happens is, every Monday, you get 33% of the total amount you paid in the rake back in chip tokens. So it's more free money. It's huge. It's crazy, guys. So I think that's pretty awesome here. And then the final reason why I like it is decentralized. Like I said before, I'm a full-time crypto guy, Web3 enthusiast. So anything that's full on crypto is pretty cool to me. And so I like that you can deposit all your favorite cryptocurrencies, all the major ones at least: Bitcoin, Solana, Ethereum, Polygon, USDT. I generally like to deposit USDT on Polygon just because it's the cheapest with the fees when you're moving from exchanges. So it's CoinPoker, guys. Check it out. I'm going to be on here grinding this tournament here for the episode, and we'll have the homies showing up here in just a few. So I'm going to put on a little bit of background music while I get to the grind here and lock in and let the homies show up, and then we'll get to some crypto talk. Gonna call here. It's Omaha. 4 cards, anything come right. I ain't gonna react. Maybe I could raise. I don't know. Probably not supposed to raise there. My queens were a little better. I could have raised. Easy fold here. I wish I had something to call with. All right, so free bet got me out cheap. Easy fold. Looking for 4 cards. In Omaha, if you need the Omaha, you're looking for 4 cards to work together. What's good, Hash? Good to see you, homie. We gotta get you back on here soon. Pop on if you got time. Watching this Aster trade over here too, baby. Anybody in an Aster long? Let me know. I'm in a last Aster long. I'm looking ahead of my position. If you guys are trading Aster, let me know. I'll let you know when I fire at this chart, when I pop a little one in. Go to my X page, leave my Aster link. Hope this guy repops me here. Got some decent aces. For one to be suited. But I can take that wheel shot too. I had the ace of diamonds. I could have bluffed with the dry ace there, and it's hard for people to tell me a lot of situations. Another kind of banger. I'd like at that 5 with a spade, the queen with a diamond. Not a straight logic though. For 2 people, somebody can have a 6. We got EAC made his way on. What's good, EAC? Gotta let the spot build.
Yo.
How you doing, homie?
I'm doing great, bro. Like, yo, it's Friday. I made a little bit of money, so I got some money to play with.
Oh, I like it. Gonna let a few more of the homies show up, and we'll get to some crypto talk. Probably got a peel one here. That's a try. I can probably steal a lot of turns here. I'm gonna leave for half. Gonna fire 10 down bet there. Supposed to be an interesting spot if he shoves. Looks like a big time bluff here. So you're really flat. I'm gonna call. I'll pay him off. We'll see what's up. Oh, he did have it. Queen high. Maybe we should have got away from it there. You guys might let me land on a limp this time. Who knows? A low stakes Omaha tournament. People probably aren't bluffing too many blockers.
Shout out Hash. Thanks for the repost, bro.
That's the man. I'm gonna pop this here and just take my shot at a double up and reload if I got to. Wow, people are falling. This guy with all the chips has to call. Yep. Like I re-raised, I like it. Triple up would be huge here, baby. Probably not happening. Probably got to reload. Oh, yeah, drawing dead. The poor guy got quads. I'll have to reload here. Get back in this tournament. Give me 2 seconds, guys. You're stuck with just me and the EAC for a minute. What's good, 5-6? Appreciate your reposting stream. Just moving some Solana right quick so I can get back in this tournament. Should have been prepared. But I was like, I'm only going to need one buy-in. I had confidence. We see what's new with you, homie.
You know, just showing up and grinding, bro. Just kind of pushing the same things. Yeah, Get P, you know, like took a little dip with all of Solana, but it's like still staying strong. With the I have an idea for next month. Like I do giveaways on my X, so I'm gonna be swapping into each one of the project's tokens and then doing a giveaway on X for next month. So I'll be setting that up. So I think that's a really good idea. It promotes the partners of Get P. So I'll get some dope token and give that away on X to someone who likes and reposts the posts. Yeah, and other than that, yeah, just like just seeing what's happening in trade talk, learning about perps. Probably, like I said, I got a little bit of play money, and I got a ape hermit calls fund, so I got that set aside.
Yeah, I like it. That's a good idea for sure. The 8 permit calls fun. Everybody should have that one. Yeah, I mean that's a cool idea to cycle some volume for the partners.
Yeah, it kind of works well all the way around. Like it gets promotion, it gets impressions on my X account, it gets word about the partners, and it gets hopefully the winner, you know, a new holder of people who want to buy more and looked into the project and not just cheat it. But even if they do, it's just going to be a small amount, like $5 or whatever. But I think it's a fun thing to do. And yeah, it's really going well with like Get P when I go into a room, an X space, like instead of like shilling, my dog's harassing me. Instead of shilling like to like find community members, I'm shilling to like the project holders to promote their projects. So yeah, yo, Hermit, I made a little bit of money, so I got an 8 permit calls fund now. So no pressure.
Everybody needs an 8 permit calls fund. Let's go ahead and check in with everybody. So we got a few of the homies here. We we might do a little Kraken AMA today if Kraken's got time. It was I don't know, me and Kraken didn't talk about it offline. We were supposed to have a call prior to this, and I got stuck on other calls. But otherwise we got topics. We got Kraken. We got the homie Hermit. We got Get P, EAC, man. But how you doing? How you feeling about the market in general? You on any winning sides of some trades?
So the profits that I took was actually from like a JPEG that I sold for ETH. So it was probably because ETH was down that the floor price sold. So then I kind of got that, and I'm like, I cheated out of ETH here at like around 4,040 to take a bit of like dry powder USD for that fund to go in. But yeah, it looks like that little mini pump is ending right here, and the prediction of more price down is coming. I bought some Solana yesterday at like 196, just a little bit, but I'm definitely going to be looking to buy some more with those new bottoms, because I asked I was kind of going around and asking everyone like, what's your bottom on Solana, right? And everyone was saying like the general impressions that I was getting from the majority of people was, like 198, like bottom, and it's probably not going to happen anytime like soon. Like was kind of just the impressions, the general impressions from everyone. But yeah, it dropped down to like I don't know, the lowest that it dropped it was 196 when I kind of snagged some up, and that was just yesterday. So it happened really quick. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to be looking to spot buy a bag if it goes to like 180 and stuff.
Yeah, that sounds like the range, baby. Speaking of range, we got clutch popping up.
Yeah, and that's what I got from clutches. And I've learned that listen close in trade talk to clutches calls, and definitely take his advice and look for those ranges.
He did advice, baby. Let's check in with the homie Hermit right quick. How you doing, Hermit? How you feeling about the market? You been on the winning side of any trades?
Hey everybody. Yeah, to an extent. I've been on. Am I rugging or am I good?
You were rugging for a second, but now you sound good actually.
Okay. I like when it comes to I think this is just one of those crucial things with the market. I think I've been on some spaces, some people are bullish, some people are bearish. I like Clutch was talking today. He's like expecting like October, like when he gives his alpha, sometimes it can happen quick. Sometimes it doesn't happen for a minute, but he was just saying in October, expect a bit of a pump back up, and what it runs to, I don't know, but he's like, that might be your last chance to basically get out of whatever you may have. So, I mean, that's how I feel. I'm still trying to long Aster. I should probably be shorting it. I should have shorted it because I had a gut feeling when it dumped from 240 down to $1.80. And then I was looking at just looking at the charts without any EMAs, just kind of looked like it had like a support level when it started bouncing back up. So I ended up getting into a long, but I closed it way too soon because I was just like, this might take off, and lo and behold, it did. So I had gotten out of my short though, or like my long. So yeah, I'm looking for another spot. I think I'm in a long now. I may have to reevaluate. I haven't looked at the chart for a little bit, but yeah. And I did end up dropping. Well, I mean, I dropped some alpha in RTG. I put it in the bottom blasters. So we'll see how it works out. I put a little bit of money into it. It's not a meme coin per se. So it's more of a long-term play. And yeah, like, and I think here's some alpha for anybody listening. The abstract chain, they have their coin hasn't come out yet. Now people, I think I've been mistaking the abstract token with like Pengu, only because Pudgy Penguins are basically the ones who created the abstract chain. But Ox Saigar or whatever I think he has some big things to do with abstract in general. Was saying you can get points for just providing liquidity on the abstract chain. So if you want an easy airdrop to farm, not that you're gonna make your billions of dollars or anything, but if you add some liquidity to the abstract chain, like the major pairs, like it's an easy way. You mean you can put in a couple bucks, and just get some points for it or whatever. So yeah, there's some alpha for everybody. Because abstract still it doesn't have its token, but it's gonna happen eventually. So, and I haven't really done a ton on the abstract chain. I've minted a few NFTs, but that's about it. So today I actually did some LP stuff. So we'll see how it goes.
That's some fire alpha. I didn't know that they were doing that for farming liquidity, and that seems like a no-brainer money print for real. It seems like pretty safe. Now, full disclosure, any coin, any chain isn't 100% safe, and I don't know all the audits behind it and all the bridging process and all that. So there's always a risk, but that seems like the upper end of safe with some decent upside, in my opinion.
Well, and I think some of the big stuff in regards to abstract is just sometimes it is mildly annoying to like get your funds on there, and I think you have to use their they call it the AGW wallet, which is like abstract global wallet. So that's kind of the one annoying part out of everything. But like I did most of it from my phone, but obviously it's easier on a laptop. So I mean, you can go from there and figure it out. It's just look up abstract on the on X or whatever, and then you can go to their portal from there. But yeah, like I think a lot of people, I mean, and that's fine. They don't have to, like, I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, you're going to cook on abstract or anything, but it's something super simple. You don't have to like keep a ton of tabs on it. I mean, yeah, with like providing LP, like liquidity and all that, you may end up with some impermanent loss, just because the way coins are going. But it's one of those deals. Like, it'll go back up eventually. It might take 4 years, but it'll go back up eventually. Unless you're messing around with meme coins, and once they're dead, they're probably dead for good. But anyways, and I'll try to get you some good calls at some point, EAC, for my A permits calls, because we'll see how that goes.
No pressure, bro. Like, it's like just, but I do have that money set aside now, so I don't miss out. And yeah, I'm just like, it's gonna be fun to have some money to kind of see what I could do with it, because to make it go up. But don't worry, it's nothing. Like I said, like I got it. It's play money. I got it for profits, and it's nothing. If I lose it all, it won't matter. And like you said the other day, if I lose everything that I have in crypto, I'm still good. But I hope to one day to take what I have in crypto and not say that same statement. Be like, oh, yeah, I definitely don't want to lose everything I have, because I want to build it up. But yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah, like I said, I'll do my best. I try not to give out horrible calls, but sometimes, can't be perfect.
Like I said, no pressure. And I don't take like everyone's, like, I don't ape everyone's advice. Like, I take everyone's calls and I appreciate them all, but then I'll make my own decision on it, because in the end, it's my money and my decision. So, but I appreciate everyone that puts out those great calls, because they are. And I hope to be putting out great calls that you guys can ape to one day. Not Polygon down
Hey guys,
bad.
Real quick, guys, we had Chill. What's up? Chill commented, said we need a poker code. Oh, poker code. Yes, no, Chill, no need for the poker code. As long as you use my link, I get credit for it. So use the link in my bio for CoinPoker. Unless you're saying we need a poker coin. Well, oh no, you said CoinPoker code. So yeah, CoinPoker code. I thought you said CoinPoker code. Yeah, my pin post is the bio. It's actually the website linked in my bio too, I believe, on X. So that I appreciate you making sure you sign up with me, man. You're a real one. Let's throw it over to Creek Coin. Creek, I see you're out walking the dog. How you doing, man? How you feeling the market? And then I don't know how busy you are. If you're not too busy, we can get in the Creek Coin a bit today. But if you're busy, no big deal. We can set up an episode and make sure you're prepped next week.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me like 20 minutes. I'm down the street from my house right now. I'll start walking back in a little bit. If that works, for sure. If not, we can do it Monday, because then I could have
Monday, so you're not rushing
Quasi on.
I don't want you to rush or anything, bro. I know we had talked about today originally, I think, and I just forgot to follow it with you. And I'm still working on honing that pitch. I just haven't got a couple of the home runs for it. I'm looking for, but we'll get it worked out today, and then Monday we'll just come out swinging.
All right, yeah, for sure.
But man, how you feeling about the market? You on any winning trades?
I wouldn't say winning trades. I'm just kind of just moving stuff from one place to another on the BNB chain with this Filipino trading team that I'm on Discord. It's doing really well. I mean, these are the guys that taught me air farming, believe it or not. I only started air farming for Hyperliquid. That was like my first time like doing it as a team, racking up points. So just been doing that. I would say, half of everything's in USDF. Even if it's a stable coin, I have it on the BNB chain right now, just because CZ has a war chest, bro, of money, and perfect time to get people to rotate over to your chain or your projects is when the rest of the market dips. But I don't see it really lasting long, especially with what Tether raising the money that they don't even need with the craziest valuation I've ever heard in my life. But it totally makes sense. Like everybody uses Tether. So, yeah, dude, I'm still a bearish bull, I guess you would say, in the market. I just try to buy when I have opportunities to buy. All my money's in commercial real estate and in crypto. It's like 75-25. So I hope the market gets better. That's all.
We all hope the market gets better. I'm a trader, so I'm obviously playing both ends. I was short on Aster last night. Actually left the trade open through the night. You actually rack up more points on Aster if you leave your trades open longer. And then closed out this morning at the bottom. Longed it and riding up that long in this breakout. I saw a rumor that Trump bought Aster. I can't verify it though, but I was thinking maybe that's why we're breaking out. But how much do you know about this team farming Creekcoin? Should we like join your team, or should we just start our own?
Yeah, I'd probably be better to start your own, just for the fact these guys trade at a completely different hour than us. I'm like, catching their GMs when I'm going to bed type of shit. So, and when I'm not available, I'm just copying what they're doing. But I really think with the community, I mean, if you and Clutch put together a team with everybody that, if you got 25% of the people that are subscribed to Clutch, that 25-person team could do some damage, and their strategies, and some of them that would seem, like common knowledge, are obviously ones that like Binance and shit, they'll notice, that you're doing it. But there's so many ways around it. I was thinking for our spaces next week, maybe at the end, to throw like one hidden Aster Alpha or something like that. But like, I mean, I can get on a phone call with you and just break down everything that they're doing.
Oh, bro,
sorry,
I would
I'm
appreciate
right by the trains.
Oh, you're good.
There you go. I can hear you now.
My kid must have left his break time snack home. I forgot at home, did I just saw here on the table. I got the munchies or smoking this blunt, so I just
Dude,
but
that's what I do. I was doing that when my kid was an infant with those little banana like air crisps, dude. They're like the best fucking thing in the world, dude. I buy them when I'm really high at the store.
That's awesome. I didn't think about it until you said like the team-based strategies, but like I could see a strategy being that like somebody opens a long and somebody opens a short at the same position, and you just farm volume and just send back tokens back and forth and stuff to make sure everybody's staying in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely do that. There's ways to do it the right way, ways to not. I know that a lot of times somebody was talking about the when you like CTO a coin, the guys tried CTOing it 4 times or whatever, the butt plug coin, dude. I was fucking dying, dude. I was laughing harder than I've laughed in fucking years. But like, I was like, if you present the proper evidence, you have these cases and stuff, like things can move forward. So when you're doing the team farming, a big thing about it is like social proof, screenshotting, making tweets, tagging some of them in tweets. Like they want teams out there to farm, like it's all a marketing strategy anyways, and the best way to do it is by sharing that project amongst all the people on the team, on the Twitter, on all the socials, like that's huge. And even if you're wash trading, explaining that, like they want the volume regardless, it doesn't matter. So like certain things are gray areas to operate in, and like we tested half of these during the first airdrop, and I know that the second airdrop they're a little more lenient, I guess you would say, because it's not as big as a nut as the first one. But if you look at the numbers, I mean, there's still a shitload of money to airdrop, dude. So like you get on a team of 25, you can make 100 G's, bro. Like it's really just sitting there.
Yeah, no, I wish I would have started early, but I'm catching up now. I'm getting some volume in.
Wasn't there going to be was it a deeper airdrop or something?
I think that's the rumor.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, I would definitely like to get a piece of that.
See, like that's what happens, like Aster was around for a while before everybody on X was aping it, and before, CZ backed it and shit, so like these projects do sit around in the cut, not doing shit, like some of them, they actually don't want to advertise on X because they want, whales and institutions and, some of these KOLs and stuff, they want them to get in first because it's really the best marketing strategy. Tesla did it. Apple does it. They released the first one. The first one is limited and very expensive or very rare. And then the second one is for, middle America, middle pricing. And always like the third version is for retail. Yeah. And that's kind of how airdrops are working now too. It's super clever marketing strategy. We even had we did an airdrop, but it was educational based. So if you pass this 10 module commercial real estate course that I had put on KreekCoin's page, then we airdropped you what would be worth $1,000 now. And there's some people that, you can look at the wallet. It hasn't been touched in 9 months, like they might have even forgot about it. And I'm like, these are some of the biggest holders of KreekCoin, or, people that got that airdrop, or people that, bought it 001. So they 10x, which was nice.
That's like a back in the day airdrop for real.
Yeah, no, it worked. I mean, the team really wants people to like know what commercial real estate is and how it works. It helps build the conviction, and it is crazy. We talk about all of the uncertainty in the market all the time. It's very accurate. Like Fletch is like he's like a quant, bro. Like he knows what the hell's going on. People should definitely listen to him, but like what nobody's talking about is, okay, then how come, this happens, financial meltdowns, all these things, they happen, but people still remain wealthy. And what do? Well, where's their money parked? Like the U.S. Treasury, you said it earlier, Andrew, it's like garbage, bro. Like, the fuck you going to give me in 10 years what I can make in 15 seconds on Pump Fund, bro? Like, you're crazy out of your mind. And like the reason a lot of these stable coins that are backed by U.S. Treasuries were able to greenlight and get their projects off the ground so fast is because, well, they were buying something that people stopped buying, all around the world stopped buying a long time ago. China was our biggest buyer of U.S. Treasuries, bro. And they're like, yeah, fuck that, dude. They banned Bitcoin. It's unbanned. It's banned. It's like so crazy. But, one thing's for certain, like they're starting to buy U.S. Treasuries again in the form of stable coins. They just wrapped it differently, and the SEC is like, yeah, whatever you want to do, guys, to make these stable coins, do it, because then people could buy these treasuries. So stable coins, yeah, that's kind of like the new traditional, but then also it's been real estate. It's always been real estate. And like, that's why I'm 75% real estate and 25% crypto. I used to be like 90% crypto. And it's not because I'm bearish on crypto at all. I love the stability of real estate. I like that. It's like, I have my money in the bank and it goes up, but I also get a check every month, and it's a lot of money, and it's just all my property's cash flow. Well, my money is still there, dude. Like, so it will slowly go up, but like the cash flow stays the same. Like my rents in Chicago, everything that I rent out in Chicago, every year the rent goes up unless you sign a multiple year lease. And that's a standard in Chicago. It doesn't matter what the feds are going to come in and say. It doesn't matter what Putin says. If we're in war, I don't care about any of that, dude, because my money's safe in real estate. You guys either own homes or you rent. If you rent, then you're paying that money to somebody that made an investment on where you live a long time ago, dude. Now it's probably paid off. And now it just prints, bro. It's show me something better. Show me something better. And like houses are houses, house flips, and that, that's cool. But it's such small potatoes to like a there's a 15 unit apartment building. They're all 1 bedrooms with dens. They want $1.5 million for it. It's $100,000 a unit. The average in the area is going for 250. So I'm looking at like I can make 150,000 doing a condo conversion and selling each unit. But why would I do that? I could rent, and those people could just pay the building off for me. And over time, I might be an old man when the buildings are completely paid off, but my son will benefit. His son will benefit. My dad left. He wasn't involved in my life. He didn't teach me shit. I got no inheritance from anybody, and I can change that now, dude. That's kind of crazy, and that's what crypto is too, dude. Like, I'm not going to short crypto. Like, everybody has a chance right now to change their lives, their kids' lives, people around them. Unfortunate people, missing kids, bro. Like, this is crazy what we're able to do right now. And that's kind of why I'm so bullish all the time. I might sound stupid. Like, yeah, just keep buying. Keep buying to fucking zero, dude. Just look at what you're buying first. You shouldn't have bought it in the first place if you shouldn't be prepared to hold it all the way down, dude. Like, that's how I see it. Once I put my money on the table at a casino, I can't touch it again and get like kicked out of the casino. Like, there's all sorts of table rules and this and that. Like, treat your crypto like you were at the casino. Once it's on there, it's on there. Thankfully, we have a stop loss. So, but yeah, this is my dog. This is Buddy. Buddy's he streams on Pump Fun. It's kind of hilarious. And then this is his little tagging. We had a contest where if you were in Chicago and you could find out where Buddy tag was, I'd send you 0.1 Solana. Nobody's taken it yet, so
That's funny.
But yeah, dude, I mean that's how I feel about the market. I'm always going to be positive about it, and I think real estate has a big deal with that. And like these commercial real estate guys, I know they have like craziest money, dude. Some of them are flashy, some of them are not. But I look at them, I'm like, man, dude, I want $100 million, dude. That'd be great. All the things I could do with that,
Yeah.
I want to be more like them. I want to be more like them. So like, got into their little club, and like that's the thing. If anybody, when we're in the chats and shit, if anybody wanted to get into commercial real estate, it's really difficult, especially to get into like something that's gonna print money and not hemorrhage it. So I convinced these guys. I'm like, look, dude, they know all my money came from crypto before this. I'm like, I have money too, but I want to make it safe. And one day we'll figure out how to put this together. I started talking to Quasi 3 years ago about tokenizing commercial real estate and not doing it in fractional, because I think that's dumb. It would be NFTs or it would be a token. So, and then we have Kraken. Sorry for the rant, though.
No, all good, man. Great rant in my opinion. Oh, this dude just let into me. Kind of big, man. I think we just got to go ahead and get it in here. Maybe as ace 10. He has nothing. I got quads, baby, quads. That's how we do it. But Nugget, good stuff, Creek Coin. Man, it's been fun to build with you, bro. And I don't want to push our other space too hard here. I'm boring anybody, but guys, me and Creek Coin and Hermit actually too. I can't take anything away from Hermit. Hermit's been crushing it, but we have our RWA space that we do every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern for an hour, the RWA Power Hour. This week we went through 3 recurring aces, baby. Let's just make this guy pay for it. We got we went through not every blockchain, but we hit a different blockchain every day. Next week, this week I'm going to line up some AMAs for next week. Maybe Monday and Tuesday we'll do 2 more blockchains, just because I'm not going to BS, guys. I kind of wanted to do XRP and Cardano. Just even though like none of us like really trade too much XRP or Cardano, I feel like they probably got some RWAs there, and I just noticed as we've been diving into blockchains, we brought in people from different blockchains that normally wouldn't explore with us, So I've been considering Monday, Tuesday, maybe doing some XRP, Cardano, RWAs, and Wednesday kicking it off with some AMAs. But we'll keep you
That
guys.
sounds good.
Oh, good stuff. I'm glad you approve. I was kind of low key bouncing it off you guys right there.
I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of money that bought XRP, so maybe they could get a little awakening.
No, for real. And I looked. I think I looked at XRP a little bit, and I saw some RWAs. So
they can buy that clothing, right? What is it?
I'm not sure what clothing there's on RDAs on.
You said you brought it up in it was a question in a space. It was that you can buy Ralph Lauren with XRP now. Yeah.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I thought you were saying an XRP or RWA clothing thing. I was like, I can't remember. Yeah, you can buy Ralph Lauren with XRP now.
And then you had a question the other day. I don't think we got into it though. That some other bank created a token. So what's the point of XRP now?
I know, right? It was so with that one. It was oh man, it's such a big. I'm pass. I'm out of position, but so it was 9 euro banks. Yeah, it was 9 euro banks formed a euro compliant stable coin. And so it's like, yeah, if all the banks were supposed to use XRP and that's why it's supposed to go to $5,000, well, what's it mean for XRP when banks just start building out their own stuff?
I always saw that. Like I was like, because I've never been bullish on XRP because when someone explained it to me, it was like they're like, it's the future of, well, basically, yeah, like it's the future of finance. Everyone's going to be using XRP. You can fill your gas up and spend it and buy gas with XRP. I'm like, and my thought was always, yeah, like the banks definitely are going to come for their money one day, but why would it be XRP? Like the banks don't own XRP.
Yeah, I mean, Trump made an executive order too for all the banks to update software to be blockchain friendly, not just XRP and that this ISO token and everything. People were talking about how XRP is built to be integrated in it, and like that's not really saying too much because it's banking software. It's not many lines of code if you know anything about traditional banking and how easy it's going to be to tokenize it. You saw the stable coins, so banks have to use stable coins now. So in my eyes, I think XRP is kind of useless. It's pumped by its whales.
But you can buy Ralph Lauren.
I mean, some of their hoodies are all right. They're like weighted and they're kind of nice, but they're really overpriced for what they are. I'd rather just swap the XRP for Solana and buy some Kraken.
No, I was 100% being sarcastic.
I'm gonna head upstairs. I'll jump back on in like 5 minutes, guys.
All good, homie. We'll see you in just a second here.
All right.
Well, let's hit a couple topics while we wait for Kraken to get back and he can chime in when he gets in here. I'm gonna pull my notes. My bad, guys. So yeah, man, talking about a little bit about CEXs today. So Kraken, they just quietly raised 500 million at a 15 billion valuation. I'm wondering, do you guys think Kraken is something we need to be on the lookout for something they might have cooking up?
I mean, honestly, it sounds like they're wanting to launch their own token. Do they even have their own token?
They don't, and that was my initial thought, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to put it out there. But like now that you said it, yeah, dude, that's what I'm thinking it sounds like.
I'm bullish.
I mean, if they don't have their own token, like I said, that sounds like something that they're going to start doing and working on, and then at that point, how Crypto.com has their own little blockchain thing. Like I've done stuff on their blockchain. So you might end up with a Kraken blockchain and all that whatnot. So, I mean, it's a centralized exchange. I mean, and you got BNB and all that, or Binance with BNB and all that stuff. So, I mean, anything can happen at this point, and I wouldn't put it past them. And if they're getting the 500 million, it's, seems like they're going to build something. You don't just, I don't think you just give $500 million and just be like, yeah, here you go, and not really have to do anything with it. Like you need a reason to give somebody 500 billion or million.
Yeah, I was thinking similar, and I was just like, dude, why would they need to raise all this money, especially being a profitable exchange, and then at a 15 billion valuation? Like, I just don't think the exchange itself is worth that in any capacity. You know, that they can't be doing that much volume. I mean, they're doing big time volume, but like 15 billion is a big number. It's like, like that's a huge market cap. And so I think they're gonna have a coin. And Kraken was the first place I actually perps traded, and then I stopped because I think they stopped letting US users perps trade there or something. But yeah, I'm gonna keep it on my radar. And if there's any announcements about like, yeah, token coming, I have a feeling perps traders will be massively rewarded, because obviously if you're an exchange, you want people trading perps. So we might have to start doing a little Kraken volume if there's a token coming.
Well, and I'll tell you, I think it's honestly, you can just start using their ecosystem as is at this point. Like if you can't perps trade now as a US trader or whatever, so be it. See what you can actually do on Kraken. And then I think that here's what I'm going to say though. I think it's going to come down to KYC stuff. So you probably have to KYC. So we'll see how many people, like a bunch of normies don't care. They're just like, oh, okay, just give them my identity. All right, fine. I was that way. And then I was because I just thought it was a normal deal. Like I was like, all right, I'll KYC. And then when it became a hassle, it's like, oh, you can't do this. It's like, if you're from North Korea or the US, you can't be here type of deal. And I'm like, dude, it's like, it's crazy being compared to like North Korea at that point. And
that's hilarious.
Yeah. They list all these just random countries that you're like, okay, I can see these countries not, being approved. And then you got US, and I'm like, come on, and that just comes down to, they don't want the U.S. government like, oh, you guys, because sometimes we're irresponsible Americans, and it's just like people start complaining, things come down hard on people, you know what I'm talking about, and I'm just like, all right, so if you already have a Kraken account, you're already KYC'd or whatever, like just start using their stuff. Sometimes it don't go full port into everything, obviously, but because it's a centralized exchange and your stuff could disappear at any moment for whatever reason. But I mean, that just goes with banks in general too. So yeah, I would just start using their ecosystem. Same thing with Base. You got the Base app, start interacting on the Base app with stuff, and again, it's like, you just start with a little bit of money. You don't have to like go ham and be like, oh, I need thousands and thousands and millions of dollars to do anything. It's like, if you have it and you can use it, like you might make more, but again, just start with what you got. And if you put in $20, you put in $20. Swap stuff. Swapping. Just start getting used to like actual crypto. Like that's the biggest thing, is I think a lot of people are afraid of, is they're not used to crypto and all that stuff, and so they're afraid to click buttons. And you can't be afraid to click buttons. Like you just got to click your buttons sometimes and get used to things.
So I just did a quick chat GBT, and it looks like there is evidence that they're going to drop a token. Then to get you guys super excited, I said, what chain? And it's looking like it's probably a layer 2, but there it said ChatGPT quote, maybe Solana.
That's pretty dope. I mean, honestly, like, dude, it's like, I don't see if you're a centralized exchange, I don't see you end up like, yeah, let's drop our centralized exchange token on Solana. Would it be easy? Sure. But, I would just envision them doing it like just making their own chain. Like that's how I see it going down. But if it did, and maybe it's like a multi-chain deal, so it's like USDC, you can go to all these different chains with it. So that's what it could maybe. I don't know. That's
If it
how
was me, like,
that's how I look at it.
If it was me and I had an exchange, and I'm looking to capitalize and be different, like give people a reason to use my exchange over other exchanges, and also capitalize on the massive amount of mindshare that Solana has. I'd launch it on Solana. Think about it like Solana is like up there, and it doesn't have an exchange. So if all the Solana maxis had a place to go and a reason to go there because they're getting an airdrop token that's on the chain of their choice, like I would, and you got to be different than your competition, right? So that's what I would do. And I'm a Polygon maxi, EVM maxi, and I'm saying that.
Sorry, guys, I had to grab a blunt real quick. But you saying that, it has me thinking, the AC, because even like you were saying the other day, you're like, well, what exchange has their token on Solana? And we were just like, well, Solana wasn't popping, and so like my initial thoughts were, yeah, if I'm an exchange, I probably want my own chain. But then it does make sense that you're an exchange and you have your token listed on Solana, and you have some type of tokenomics to where like there's buybacks and discounted trading fees for holding your token, and it's on Solana. It does seem like a way to take advantage of what a lot of people will continue to see as perceive as a thriving ecosystem. So
And you're basically a meme coin too at that point. I mean,
yeah. So
but a
I'm
meme coin with some real value, utility, and money backing it.
Yeah, I'm not willing to pick a side in this one, man. Like, but both arguments are good because the blockchain, your own blockchain, makes sense because it's where BNB had success. It's where you think, oh, I think we're one for the money in this little tournament. This is a little one though, guys. But I just didn't want to play a super long dragged out tournament today because I guess we're just one from the final table or something, so they're going hand for hand. But I'm gonna have a long weekend on poker. This the main event of the online championship is this weekend, so I'll be grinding hard. But yeah, guys. So it's so hard to pick. So like I think like, yeah, Coinbase looks like they're probably gonna have their own chain with Base, and you think that they're probably gonna have success. You've seen not Kraken, you've seen BNB have their own token and have a ton of success. Like, say what you want about BNB, but and CZ, but the success can't be denied. And so that's why I can see that they would want to. Now the flip side of the token is KuCoin. They've tried their own blockchain and they didn't have success. And my guess would be, I never used KuCoin blockchain. There was no action there. Now I did hold some tokens for a while just in case they had success. But I think we might be at a stage in the game to where if you're an exchange, you got to have a really good value pitch of your ability to bring on buyers, you know, or I'm sorry, bring in builders, just because like if nobody's building cool stuff on your chain, nobody's really going to use it. So like if you do launch on Solana, you get rid of the need to feel like you have to bring in builders of your chain, and your utility, your token is just tied to it's just tied to your to you know, however you use it on your exchange. Somebody sent me $1.90 to $7. I got credited with some money in my account. Did one of you guys send me some money? Was that you, EAC?
Yeah, 100% me. Oh, I did that by accident. Can you send that to me? It was actually 190. No, it wasn't me.
Who sent me $1? I didn't move $1. Go half pot here, baby. Half pot. Try to see where this came from. That's so weird. 8, 5 big blinds. I got a call. I might be ahead here. Oh, I ran into an 8. That was kind of nasty. Well, let's hit this next topic. So if I cash this tournament. So next topic was another CEX. So Bitget, they launched an on-chain wallet that gives access to 4 cryptos without having to swap between wallets. And I kind of envision it very similar to the Phantom wallet, if you guys, you know, for those that use Phantom. But what do you guys think about this? You think we'll see some more big exchanges do similar?
A little off topic, but I did want to announce it. MetaMask had an update on their wallet. It's but on the wallet topic, but yeah, I don't know anything about the other wallet, so sorry to go off topic there.
No, you're good. I mean, MetaMask was due for an update. I actually almost want to go open my MetaMask right now just so I can see what the update looks like.
Yeah, don't get your hopes up. It's I don't even know where dark mode's at, and I really hope that they had that.
Like that
it might run smoother, but it's looks the same.
Oh, I had my hopes up for a second. Dude, I got this ground up infused weed that is so hard to break up because it's got like the infused like tar shit or whatever on it. Maybe they just sold me some lace shit and I think I'm getting some good shit. All right, I need a double up, my friend. Gotta play this short stack game. I think we're gonna fire here. You got any thoughts, Hermit? I got a shot at the bottom right here. I literally can't beat anything. We can jump to the ETFs. So we've seen I'm gonna have to pot this one here. 205. Not pot it. But yeah, so we've seen 500 million in outflows between Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. What do you guys think it's gonna take for some inflows to start happening?
I don't know what that means. Like, what does that mean when you say like an outflow of it or inflow?
So that just means like over a given period of time, you know. So like I'd say probably in this case, it's probably been the past 7 to 10 days. There's been 500 more that has left the ETFs than like money that has left the ETFs than money that has flowed in. So for a while, we were seeing the ETFs inflow for about what was it, like 150 million a week. So it was a net positive, and so now like in a week we've probably seen about 500 million.
I mean, just a thought, and I'm not an expert or whatever, but maybe it goes back to what we were kind of saying before, how corporations that are invested into these ETFs want to take a loss for their end of year taxes, and then they can put it back in after.
No, that's a super fair point. You know, I think that could be the case for real. It's how they generally operate. You know, they'll rotate out, and we haven't seen this level of institutional money in Bitcoin around this time of the year yet ever. So that's a good take. Oh, we lost Hermit. I need a couple double ups in this one, baby. I got Big Bob to my right. We'll put on some music for a little bit here. Let's see. You got anything you want to share that you're cooking, EAC?
No, just you know, the regular thing, Get P. It's something that's kind of special that's been developing. Same with the Dope Cartel. It's just a way to promote other projects and to build a token and get it to bond. And it's been fun. It's been great. Shout out to all the partners who are involved, the 13 names. It's continuous value for what you can swap in for to own 1%. It's only like $130 right now, and it'll go up, and I'll keep pushing it to go up. So the partners that are in know that, you know, I'm going to be continuously like looking at your projects, building out your ads. I have been staying true to streaming every day almost. And I spend the weekends with my family and doing family chores and stuff. So I don't stream as much on the weekends, but every time I do stream, I throw up all the partners, you know, your page on X, a quick ad and a little video that I made. So, but I'll be looking to make some new posts for each one of you and new videos.
Roll in, baby. Need this double up.
Let's go.
I'm ahead.
And yeah, so if you're thinking about what do I get?
Oh, he got lucky on the river. He got me on the river. Wow.
Yeah, so anyone that's listening and you're thinking I think it's something different, like to bring to the space where I'm giving utility with the meme coin to projects, and marketing is definitely like the most important thing. Like I always there's people that might want to argue with me on that. Like, yeah, you need a good product but if you don't have marketing, you can have the best product in the world, but if you don't have people looking at that product, no one's buying it. So I marketing is always like the first thing that you should be looking at. And this is what I'm offering you. And this is what I do. And I've been doing for 20 years. So that's what you're getting when you hold 1% of Get P. You get my time, my marketing experience, and me pushing your project and your products. And I'm always here for my partners first. And I'm pushing this token to bond, to pair it to an NFT collection. And that I'm going to do something special with that NFT collection. So it's a long-term project. And I'm here long-term because I have so much fun, and I'm able to sustain it and do it alongside my job. But my dream is to make it my full-time job. And when I do make it my full-time job and you're still locked in with that Get P 1%, then I'll just have even more time to give to you and to your projects and to make sure that you're profitable. So Get P.
Get paid, baby. You know how we roll. Guys, I busted from that when he got me on the river. That was just my little warm-up poker game today to get my mind ready for the main events this weekend. I'm looking to go out as a champ, the CSOP champ. But I want to give Hermit a chance to give some final thoughts for the episode. What's good, Hermit? Any final thoughts?
First, with Bitget making its wallet, I don't really see a point in it, but I mean, except for maybe it's easier to get your money off the Bitget exchange, I guess. I mean, the issue with that wallet is, can you connect it to anything else, if that makes sense? Like, you know how when you try to connect to something and it gives you a list of wallets, well, Bitget's wallet be one of those things. And then you were talking about inflows. What?
That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah. And so, I mean, cool, I guess. I just don't see the purpose of it. And then you were talking about inflows and outflows. And I think it, you know, EAC brought up a good point. You know, some people, if like some of the big boys are down, it's, you know, dump some for the losses, claim the losses, and then get ready to buy back in type of deal. So that's my thoughts. And then like for Groctimus, we're still working on getting those, getting a wallet switched up. So it's kind of waiting on Pump Fund at this point. And then, yeah, might have something else coming along as well. And I think I have an idea of what I'm going to do for my stream. When I do a stream, I don't know, like I'll have to figure out like a somewhat scheduled time to do it, considering I'm working most of the day, but then like early morning we got the RWA power hour. And I'd say early. It's not necessarily early, but I may have to go earlier than that, and then, or late. Who knows? I'll figure it out at some point and go from there. But yeah, keep your eye out, keep a lookout.
That's what's up. I'm excited to see what you got planned, man. Creekcoin really just needs, or my bad, Groctimus really just needs one thing to happen to get us in, and that's just an Elon engagement, and the narrative's too easy. So I'm happy to see you sticking with it, man.
Well, and that's the idea. Like it's just all right. It's like okay, like just make sure that you're still a presence, and then once it happens, and then you let the chips fall where they may at that point. Like I just know there's going to be some sort of like PvP, whatever, and yeah, like get yourself a little bag just in case. Don't have to go crazy because it's not a crazy high market cap, so a little bit goes a long way. Just like when Creekcoin was saying they did an airdrop, and like a long time ago, and you know it's worth $1,000 now. So I feel slightly rugged because of it, Creekcoin. You should have been here way earlier, so I could have done it, and then I'd have more Creekcoin.
Oh man, I should have jumped in spaces early on. I had thought, and a couple of the guys on the team had thought, you know, throw some money at marketing, you know, definitely not KOLs, because we didn't want them, we see what they do. We didn't want them just to dump right back on the community at bought. So we looked at some marketing people, and like, I got a bunch of bots and a bunch of like botted ass messages. Like, yeah, like, this is awesome. And, like, hold on, they're not even trying anymore, dude. I'm like, well, there went like $4,000, and like I reached out to CoinMarketCap because it's like, you know, I know you, if you're anything of a project that's not going to rug, it doesn't even matter if it's a good idea. If like you plan on just trying to get that project off the ground, you should get at least one piece of legitimate, you know, media and shit. I got charged, I think, like $5 or $6 grand for that. I was like, well, what the fuck? I could have got articles and sponsored articles. And I'm like, this is stupid. Then Solana's price started dropping, and our pre-sale was ending, and I was like, well, this sucks. And I even messaged, the only people that were talking to me were on our Instagram, you know? We have like a 80% of the pre-sale buys came from Instagram. These people were hitting me up, and like, some of them I had to walk through the Phantom wallet and shit. I was teaching basics, and they're like, look, we don't want to buy a meme coin. Like, what you're doing sounds good. You know, I get it. It's a meme coin, but yeah, I definitely want to get in the pre-sale. And like, investors like, we gotta go live, you know, because there are people, you know, that have $100 million worth of real estate that want to at least see it being traded. I'm like, you want it to start at a penny? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, well, that's ridiculous because we're gonna have to cut the circulating supply very, very low. He's like, why? And I'm like, because this is how it works. You know, this is how it makes sense. We're gonna pair it up with an equal amount of Solana, and we make a pool, and then we burn it. And you're like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, we're not getting that money back ever. It's like a floor, you know. And I'm like, the real estate wallet and a couple of the top big holders, those are the only ones that would be able to like exhaust the entire liquidity pool. Like when we created it, of course we burned our tokens, but like the real estate fund is not to like sell the whole thing at once. That would be very dumb of Precoin to do. You know, we only sell when volume would be high, and in our tokenomics it states we would never sell over 5% of a daily volume ever. You know, and like not even thinking about it in the market that it's been even since the pre-sale. When Solana starts sending and goes past $300, I think we're going to the moon, bro. Especially a lot of the private equity deals that Quasi Brett's been shopping around. They're between $10 and $15 million for 10% of the supply, locked up for a year on 12 months cliffs. Like if you put that into any AI simulation and do with it what you will, it'll give you a good idea of how, you know, the financial guys behind Precoin see it going to $1 and not just staying at $1. Like that's their midterm goal on this. So we're gonna really start pumping money into strategic marketing, like what we're doing with Andrew in the sponsored spaces is great. I think we're both growing from it, and I think we could definitely expand on it even more. And then, you know, I'm here trying to figure out all this equipment that I bought, so I could actually, you know, play music, and I could, you know, have better audio and visual and cross-platform, you know, streaming all at the same time. That's like my learning curve.
Dude, we're crushing it cross-platform though, man.
Oh yeah, dude, we got over 100 people on the stream today.
Yeah, and I haven't even been checking replays. I just get excited that we crossed 100 live. I bet we're doubling up during replays. I need to start checking them.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if it's just me, but you sounded like that's like you just were on helium. I don't know. Like
Dude, that's 100% a voice changer. Otherwise, like I'm tripping.
Hold on, I wonder.
Okay.
Email.
I didn't know if it was technical difficulties. I couldn't stop laughing. I didn't want you to think I'm fucking laughing at you.
I thought it was gonna be one of your dog talking or something. You guys, I gotta reel this one in. We gotta wrap up. I got my kid getting home soon, and I gotta work on this a few things that I got cooking that I'm trying to just have next week super optimized for everything we got going on. We're doing amazing on all fronts. Everybody that's up here that you see on this space is affiliated with the Clutch Foundation. And I'll give a quick pitch for the Clutch Foundation, and we'll wrap this up. Guys, the Clutch Foundation is a rewards token, but you don't get any rewards. The rewards you get is feeling good about yourself. There's a 6% buy-sell tax, and 100% of the taxes go to charity. And last month it went to the missing and exploding kids, the charity of missing and exploding kids. I think there's going to be a different one this month, but it's generally a community thing. People vote on it, whatever community member picks, something along those lines. But it's a great thing to get involved in for multiple reasons, right? If you are a trader and I'm like, I feel good about supporting this, and I know it's not going to rug me, and you know you want to fire some money at it and then sell at a profit later because it's building, right? Well, that's cool because you're still going to make your 6% donation on the way in. You're still going to make your donation on the way out. So you're good for the foundation too. And maybe you're like, well, man, I got like $100, $1,000, whatever it is. And I just flat out want to donate it because it sounds cool. Well, go to the chart. It's on Clutch's page on X, you know, go give them a follow or in the Clutch Foundation too. But you know, you can go to the chart and just trade your money back and forth until the buy sell tax eats all your money, because you're still going to make that donation. But then also what happens, you start triggering bots and stuff like that, and they trade in trying to scrape tiny profits, and they're still making a donation too. So it's a new way to raise money, right? And it's a really cool thing. You got Precoin, they're a new form of currency, you know, and it's amazing. It's a meme coin backed by real estate. You're going to outperform the US dollar long term every time, hands down. And then you've got what the Clutch Foundation is doing, and it's a new way of running a charity or donating money. And then you got to get everybody around us is doing new stuff. You got Get EAC with Get P. It's a new way of marketing, right? You can buy essentially a subscription to his marketing service, and he gives you, you know, nonstop shot. I say nonstop, but he shows you like crazy, you know, everywhere. So that's a new use of the technology. And now we got Hermit who's over here regrinding on a little bit of everything for real. He's involved in the RWA space and just a crusher when it comes to finding everything and cooking Groctimus, and we know the narrative for Groctimus is Elon engagement. If you, honestly, you could quit on Groctimus, and at some point in time it'll probably send with Elon engages. But if Hermit gets a good stream down for Groctimus, it's game on, and there's a lot to do there. So definitely down to get with you offline, Hermit, and hear about how I can help, or talk about how I can help you, or, you know, if you got it on your own, no pressure. But yeah, guys, make sure you check out everything these guys are doing, because there's really cool stuff going down in the stream. It's not just me on here being a degenerate poker player and talking a little bit of crypto with my friends. Generally, people that come on here are real builders in the ecosystem, and especially the crowd right now, because these are all like official partners. So shoot everybody a follow on all platforms, catch all episodes, turn on noties, right? None of us go that crazy with the post. You want to know what we're saying. But guys, we are going to wrap this one up. I got a little bit of work to do today, and then this weekend we're going to be grinding the CSOP. So I will be having this Sunday is actually going to be kind of an exclusive episode. Everybody here is in the group already, but only Dope List is going to be invited on Sunday for the CSOP grind. I might not air it live just because the money is going to be pretty big, and I just kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. I don't want any weird shit to happen, and so we'll probably it'll be recorded and then it'll be aired like immediately when it's over, or maybe I'll air it Monday, and that'll be our stream on Monday or something like that. But yeah, just to give a heads up, and that's why this one's going to be kind of private, just my homies that I trust and this and that. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all the panelists showing up, dropping some value on all the cool stuff you got going on, and giving your thoughts on these thoughts in the market, so we can just stay ahead of the curve. And we're going to pay attention to Kraken. We'll be early users one way or another. But peace out, everybody. We will see you later.